Hello, and welcome to the first year of WWE's ECW, the show where we take a look back at the first 52 episodes of WWE's re-envisioning of Extreme Championship Wrestling. We start the October 24th show off with a recap of last week's main event. Rob Van Dam defeated the ECW World Champion Big Show in a non-title match with an assist from Hardcore Holly. Rob Van Dam makes his way to the ring to address the ECW crowd. He says last week the seemingly impossible happened. Someone beat the Big Show. Someone actually pinned the unbeatable giant. That someone happened to be everybody's favourite wrestler, Rob Van Dam. The crowd start an RVD chant. Rob says, "I'm sure everybody here is wondering the same thing that I am. When is Big Show going to put that ECW title on the line?" Before Rob can say any more, Paul Heyman's music hits and he makes his way down to the ring with his security team. Heyman says that, as you know, the Big Show has been undefeated since debuting in ECW. Undefeated until, of course, last week, when the Big Show was pinned 1, 2, 3 by RVD. Heyman says in his hands he has the contract for the match. However, there is of course one small catch. You'll have to retrieve this contract tonight in a ladder match. If you win, you can name any time or place for your ECW World title match. However, there will be someone standing in your way, that man being the ECW World Champion Big Show. Should the Big Show retrieve the contract, it's within his rights to tear that contract up and you will get no title match. Heyman says that he's just realised that you're the Lord and Master of ladder matches, so you realise that this ladder match could get a little extreme. Heyman's security team then attacks RVD, trying to soften him up before the main event later, but RVD manages to fend them both off. CM Punk makes his way down to the ring for our first match of the night. Punk is taking on our school teacher Matt Striker. This match starts off pretty even and slow, with both Striker and Punk countering various locks and holds. The catch wrestling session is over and Striker starts hitting Punk before throwing him shoulder first into the steel ring post. Striker continues to work on the left arm and shoulder of Punk, locking in a Fujiwara armbar. Punk manages to escape and starts to mount a comeback. He then hits the knee and bulldog from the corner. Punk has Striker ready for the Anaconda Vice when that Sandow looking bastard attacks him from behind. What a
pussy-o, you're a pussy-o.
Knox beats down Punk for all of 10 seconds before Punk hits him with a thunderous kick. Knox once again shits himself and runs away. Before our next match, we get a recap of what's been happening between Hardcore Holly and Test. Last month, Hardcore Holly cut his back open on a table in a match against RVD. The following week, whilst Holly was confronting Paul Heyman for not giving him a rematch against RVD, Test attacked Holly with a chair on his injured back. Test makes his way down to the ring, shortly followed by Hardcore Holly. Hardcore Holly manages to get some revenge on Andrew in this match to begin with. Test is getting his ass kicked by Holly. Eventually, he manages to roll out of the ring for a breather. Holly runs after him, but then Test manages to switch things around. The next part of the match is pretty even between these two, with both men getting some offense in and then the momentum shifting to the other guy. Test gets Holly on the apron and goes to suplex him in, but Holly manages to counter and suplex Test to the outside. When we return from the commercial break, Test is in firm control and is slowly wearing down Holly. Holly manages to put a stop to Test's offense when he hits him with a kick and then a clothesline. Both men are down and the referee starts the count. They make it to their feet at the count of 8. Holly climbs to the top rope and delivers a clothesline to Test. He goes for the cover, but Test kicks out right before 3. Holly gets poked in the eyes by Test and then launched into the ring post. Test rolls Holly up and gets the win. But the win is not enough for Andrew, as after the match he attacks Holly with several chair shots to the back. This match was really boring. The crowd was not into it at all, and collective boos and groans could be heard around the arena at various points in the match. It's a shame because I think this match had the potential to be a banger, especially considering Holly getting the first ever 5-star match of the series not long back, but something just wasn't right with this. Match quality aside, the ending was f***ing awful. I mean, what a way to kill a decent rivalry. The world's most awkward interviewer, Rebecca DiPietro, is backstage interviewing one of 3 possible choices to face Umaga at Cyber Sunday. It's the Sandman. The Sandman says, "You vote Kane, you get the Big Red Machine versus Umaga. They've already had numerous epic battles in WWE. You vote Chris Benoit, you get the Rabid Wolverine versus the Samoan Bulldozer. You know what I would find interesting? The Sandman versus Umaga. I've beaten up plenty of Samoans in bars in my life. You want to see a fight? You want to see blood? Vote Sandman." Main event time. Rob Van Dam has one more hoop to jump through to get his ECW title shot as he takes on the Big Show in a ladder match. This match starts off pretty even between Show and RVD. Big Show sets up the ladder in the corner and Irish whips RVD into it. Then he sends Van Dam to the outside. Being the lazy fat bastard that Big Show is, he decides to not climb the ladder to retrieve the contract, but hit the contract with the ladder and try and knock it down. RVD puts a stop to this with a ladder to the gut. Van Dam then hits Show in the head with the ladder. Now the champ is busted open. RVD hits an awesome move with the ladder from the top rope, kicking it into the champ. Van Dam then hits Rolling Thunder with a ladder on top of the Big Show. Van Dam starts to climb the ladder, but he hasn't done enough damage to Show, who then pushes him off of it. Big Show goes on to dominate RVD. RVD gets caught mid-air and then chokeslammed by the champ. Big Show starts to climb the ladder, but RVD zooms up to the top and jumps on the Big Show. He then hits a Hurricane Rana, sending himself and Show over the top rope. Rob Van Dam then ascends to the top of the ladder and retrieves the contract. Once again, I think this episode was below average. It wasn't awful, but it wasn't good. Test and Holly had a stinker of a match with a questionable finish. The main event was okay, but I didn't really see the point of RVD having to defeat the Big Show again. Fair enough if you want to have RVD jump through another hoop to get into the title shot. I understand that Heyman's a bastard heel, but have him face Test or one of Heyman's other associates. With all of that in mind, I'm going to give episode 20 of ECW 2.5 out of 5 stars. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.